welcome to Rave in the Afternoon. I'm Alex. On today's show, we'll be having a debate on the student riots. To talk about that is Stuart Scully and Danny Ansell. We also have a member from the Fighting Wolves to perform for us and chat with us. Our first guest is Paul Blue. So before we start, let's have a quick look at some of the band's work.
Friend Punk's house, cause I heard he was selling attitude. I went to the gun store to see what good it would do. I didn't say nothing, I just stared. He could see it in my eyes while I was there. Said, I know you ain't looking for a gun, son. What you need is something to say. Understand how you love, but before you shoot him down with your words, let him know. I want back every last word from the music they stole. Shut the hell up.
And now we welcome the star of Fighting Wolves, Mr. Paul Blue. Welcome, Paul.
Thanks.
Firstly, I believe you've changed your name recently from Hovercraft Pirates to Fighting Wolves.
Yep.
Why the
sure
change?
have. Well, we basically changed the whole lineup. Got a new drummer, an extra guitarist,
All right.
and a new bassist. So.
And is
needed-
that working
needed a
better?
name. Yeah, a lot better.
Oh, good. Well, and Fighting Wolves, you've had a lot of sponsorship from Planet Rock and Jägermeister.
Yep.
How'd this come about?
Sure have. And basically, Jägermeister we just applied for. They came down and checked us out, and they liked what they
Oh,
saw.
no, so did a lot of people apply, or?
Yeah, a few thousand, I think.
Oh, blind, well
Yeah,
done,
very much.
congratulations.
Cheers. mate.
You've recently moved from London, no, from Northern Ireland, sorry, you're
Yeah.
from Northern Ireland. You've
Yeah.
moved over here to London. Has the music scene changed for you along with that?
Yeah, completely. That's one of the main reasons why I moved over.
Uh,
Actually.
the bigger scene, more people,
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
You
It's
found
a
yourself
bit
got more
boring back at
followers
home.
and more.
Yeah, definitely. We've been touring up and down the country. I think we've done about 3 UK tours now.
Oh,
So,
blimey.
Yeah.
Blimey. Any big names you've been in within that?
Not on a recent dates, not really. Last year we played with Gary Moore and Hot Leg, Justin Hawkins
Oh,
from the
brilliant.
Darkness new band. and stuff,
Brilliant.
so
And not
that was
only have
good.
I heard you've played with them, oh no, sorry, as an unsigned band, it has been difficult for you to make yourself known and get more people following you.
Yeah, I think it's getting a little bit easier for unsigned bands now. There's a lot more out there to be able to help you with that, and with Jägermeister and stuff, given their support, it's been great.
And obviously, as you said, moving over to London as well. and-
Yeah, it's helped a lot. So I mean, it's always hard being an unsigned band, being trying to take seriously, really.
I'm sure it is.
But it's getting a lot
I'm
better
sure
for
I
us.
can imagine, especially with the sponsorship deals and
Yeah,
everything else.
exactly.
Sounds like you're
the-
going to have a real busy few years coming up, and well,
Yeah,
hopefully the rest of your life, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
You'll be singing solo for us later on, but
Yeah.
before that, and what I was going to say just a minute ago is that you've worked with a Mr. Snoop Dogg, I understand.
Yeah, we played with him over in Norway.
How'd that come
festival.
about?
And basically it was through this website called AmazingTunes.com, and they wanted to send a band over to play with them, and they picked us. They loved our music. And, we
And
went
did you get to
over
meet him and everything else?
No, I met most of his bodyguards trying to meet him.
I can imagine.
I know them
I
pretty
bet you
well.
had to
but
worm
that's-
your way through a few of them.
Yeah.
I bet he's absolutely amazing to be on stage with, though, right?
Yeah, he's great. He's a huge sound and just the atmosphere and everything.
How many people were there? My sources told me 8,000. Is
Yeah, it
that
was
correct?
about 8 to 10,000, I
Oh,
think. So.
blimey! I can't imagine. Was it
Great.
scary? Was you nervous?
Yeah, it was really, especially because it was in Norway and the language difference and everything.
Oh, of
as
course.
Well, so
So they didn't know any
I
words.
think I think I slipped up a couple of times, but I don't think they noticed.
As a band member, and then you're going to be playing solo for us later. Is this something that you wish to pursue yourself?
I've been writing some acoustic songs actually, and I'm thinking about moving forward with that a little bit. But I've just finished recording the EP for the Fighting Wolves, and it just sounds amazing. It sounds so big and brilliant.
Oh, brilliant, mate. That sounds
So-
fantastic. Well, listen, we look forward to hearing from you later on. We understand you're going to be doing a song called Rika.
Yep, it was actually written in the Hell Festival with
That's
Snoop Dogg.
brilliant. Now we have exclusive footage from the first student march that took place back in November. Now, I'm sure you've all seen the student protests over the last few weeks. You might not agree with it. You may even have been there. On today's show, Stuart Scully and Danny Ansell are going to give us their opinions. First, though, here's that footage that took place in November.
Come from Southampton today, so it's
March, yeah?
yeah, just for this.
So what's this all about then today?
Well, all these carts is going to just mess up future for anyone who's going to be applying for universities and colleges in the future. This is going to affect you later on when you guys want to go to university.
Yeah.
Some of us won't be able to go to university because of
Like
this.
me, I won't be able to go to university, and I've been studying for this for about 4 years now.
So what are your plans now?
A member from Ravensbourne University, and also Danny Ansell, a current sixth form student. Nice to meet you both. Stuart, or Danny, in fact, have either of you seen the footage before?
Yeah, a lot in the news. I've seen in newspapers, obviously.
Do you see our footage? Sorry, you haven't seen our...
No.
Okay, so I mean, the footage you've seen, has it all been violent, or...?
Not all of it, no. Quite a lot of it's been quite peaceful, but then lately a lot of it's been violent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously the student fees going up doesn't affect you, Stuart?
Not currently, but possibly next year it will do, as my course changes. But I mean, I've seen a lot of the footage on television. I've known a lot of friends who've gone to it themselves, and I mean personally, it's for me. It's personally, it's for me. It's looking at the long-term solution. It's not just about what's going on now. I mean, I know a lot of people are up in arms about the fact that fees are going up now, but to be honest with you, if you look at the state of the economy, this is one measure within, a machine of what's going on.
Of course. But that's, I mean, for you, obviously, that's the case. I mean, but if you look at your future...
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to uni next year because I'm going to a music college, but the year after, where I'm hoping to do a 3-year degree course, I'm going to be paying 3 years worth of the tripled fees.
And has that put you off at all?
Well, yeah, quite a bit. I mean, it's sort of making me not 100% sure whether I do want to go to uni because, I mean, it might not actually be worth it, and I might actually financially be better off not going.
Sure. Yeah. And just a little personal question, which I hope you don't mind answering. Sorry. Who did you vote when it came to vote? I mean, did you both vote Lib Dem or?
I voted Liberal Democrat. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
And you're obviously.
I was looking at them to change more policies across the board for the benefit of everyone, which hasn't been the case, because I think what happened is a lot of people went in with eyes wide open, hoping that Liberal Democrats were going to help across the board, and they were going to garner more support, which wasn't the case because everyone was disenfranchised with Labour. They swapped over. If they felt they weren't sure, they'd swapped over to Tory, and all those votes, didn't move as much from the Labour camp to the Liberal Democrat. So to be honest with you, I'm not going to say I'm the biggest fan of the Tory party, but in terms of the fact that we've had 6 years of Labour doing nothing, and now you've got a Tory government coming in who are actually starting to make actual changes.
Yeah.
May not be well liked, but the fact is, in maybe 5 years' time, you might start seeing those benefit people across the board.
And what would you say? I mean, obviously, who did you vote?
I was 50-50 between Lib Dem and Conservative, and end up going for the Tories.
Oh, you
But,
did?
Yeah.
Same, actually, as
quite,
well.
even though it's quite regrettable now. Even though a lot of cuts do need to be made, for the economy, I really do think that education shouldn't be one. Education is something that everybody, I feel, has a right to.
Sure.
Should have a right to have.
But I mean, saying that, everyone does have a right up until a certain age. Obviously, only changes when you want to go to university and you pay the fees. So I mean, I can kind of understand both sides in that. Well, there has got to be some kind of cut when people do say whether yes, I'm going to carry on and pay for it or not.
I think it needs to be more. I think you have to kind of almost prove yourself that that you're good enough to sort of go on, because I mean, financially, people who are rich can keep on going through education, but people who aren't financially viable.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Danny, and thank you, Stephen, as well. Sorry to cut you both a bit short. Thank you, everyone, for raving with us this afternoon. Again, thank you to Stuart and thank you, Danny, for being on the Today Show. And now to play us out with one of his favourite songs, Rika, Mr. Paul Blue.
The nights are getting longer, the drinks are getting stronger. You're not feeling it. You're gonna wanna blame the blood in your veins for feeling look the same. The nights never end and we'll never complain. When this drug takes a hold of your life, you hate it.
When you take too much, never shaken. I start to think I'm bulletproof, I have all the control. People have sank a ship before, the hell did they know? I'll give you a little secret, I'll make your moves flow. Sometimes I go real fast and others real slow. You gotta understand that this don't last forever. Keep your head up, never repeat yourself. Don't dare stutter. You gotta understand that this don't last forever. Keep your head up, never repeat yourself. Don't dare stutter. When this drug takes a hold of your life, you hate it. When you take too much, you'll never shaken. The drug can never sleep, and drinking too much. The drug will listen to music and never turning it off. The drug can never sleep, and drinking too much. The drug will listen to music and never turning it off. When this drug takes a hold of your life, you hate it. When you take too much, you'll never shake it. The drug will never sleep, and drinking too much. The drug will listen to music and never turning it off. The drug will never sleep, and drinking too much. The drug will listen to music and never turning it on.
Thank you, Mr. Paul Blue.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. Unfortunately, that is all we've got time for today. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.